Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Sacha and this is Nicky G. He's going to be our demo guy today. And I'll be taking you through a 40 to 45 minute Vinyasa practice. We're going to be working with opening up the hips and the hammies and also into the shoulders as well. So come down into a seat and we'll start seated on the knees actually today. And you can just rest the hands wherever feels comfortable, maybe on the thighs or in the lap. You can take a moment here to close down the eyes. And as you close down your eyes, start to just tune into the sounds that are around you. The sounds that are in the distance. And the sounds that are a little closer to you in the space. Aiming not to label them or to give them a name, but just letting the noises pass by the ears. So you're fine-tuning your awareness. When you remove the sense of sight, you're able to drop into this place of deep listening. So maybe hearing the breath as it flows in and out through the nose. And you might like to start to make a restriction in the back of the throat, creating a yogic breath, Ujjayi pranayama, kind of like the sound of the ocean. And then just also listening into the body, observing. Notice where you might be holding tightness or tension, and consciously let that go. I want you to keep this sense of listening with you as we move into the practice today. Getting really intimate with our awareness, moment to moment. And noticing how you show up to better support yourself, or how you can. Now let's just bring the hands together at the heart center. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And a long exhale out through the mouth. And you can start to just gently crack open the eyes. Come back to the space, but stay with that sense of awareness here. And might just turn to face the mat as we take a nice deep breath in to reach the arms out and up overhead. You can even let the shoulders rise, but draw the front ribs down and in. And let's take a twist over to the right side. Exhale, reaching left arm forward, right arm back. Spark up the fingers. Could even turn the head to look towards the right thumb. Make sure you don't strain the neck. And then inhale, arms reach up, come back to center. Cactus the arms, exhale, draw the elbows down, lift the chest, but zip in the lower belly really tight. And from here, we're going to interlace the hands behind the back and tuck the chin to the chest. So you're creating a fist, draw the palms together if you can. Create a nice kind of C curve through the back and draw the fist up and overhead. And inhale, unravel the spine as the arms reach forward and up. Exhale, twist to the left, right arm reaches forward. Feel that broadening through the collarbones. And inhale, arms reach up. Cactus the arms. Exhale, draw the elbows down, lift the chest, hug in the lower belly. Keep the lower belly tight, interlace the hands. Maybe you take the opposite finger on top this time. And then create that C curve, that rounding through the spine. Inhale, unravel. You can bring the hands behind you, maybe on the tips of the fingers here. Or you can start to lean back, maybe the knees. Start to lift away from the mat, hug the heels inwards. You can even lift the chest here, take another little arch back. And then exhale, knees lower down. Come through all fours and then slide the hips straight back to downward facing dog here. In your downward dog, feel free to move in any which way that you like. Get really familiar with how the body's showing up today. You can pedal out the legs, articulate the feet, and move into the hips. Nice. Get really active through the hands and plug down through the knuckle mounts. And then start to draw the heart back towards the thighs here, but keep the front ribs drawing into the back body. Inhale, lift the heels, and then roll through the spine, high plank. You're rippling forward. You can shift the hands for sure so that the shoulders align over the wrists. I'm going to slide back to down dog. You can bend the knees, roll the hips back. Just a couple more times like this. Yeah, really nice. As you move through high plank, that pull through the crown of the head. Let's arrive back down dog and walk the hands to the feet. So arrive at the back of the mat. You can soften the knees here, let the neck relax. Inhale, right arm reaches up. You can bend into the left knee. Good, spark up the fingers. Feel free to stay here. Maybe it's a half bind behind your back. If you're ready, for sure, it could be a full bind. Taking the left arm underneath the thigh. And then exhale, let it go, release. Other side. Inhale, left arm up. You might be on books or blocks here underneath the right hand if you need. Again, half or full bind, whatever feels appropriate. It's still nice and early in the practice, so be kind to yourself. Be patient. And exhale, release. Let's come to a high plank, walk the hands forward. Your belly really strong. Again, that pull forward through the crown, but an equal kick back through the heels. Now take a moment here to steady the breath. And then shift the weight forward. And maybe it's knees down as you lower to the belly. Chest and hips arrive simultaneously. The hands can slide back beside the lower ribs. Take an inhale, lift the heart. It's baby cobra. Squeeze on the glutes, the butt. And then exhale, melt back down. Inhale, cobra, maybe slightly higher. Exhale to lower. And just one more time. And feel free to bring it into up dog if you feel ready. Knees and thighs lift. And let's take it back through downward facing dog. Or child's pose if you need. And you're welcome to take child's pose at any point during the practice. Now let's bend the knees here, look forward in between the hands. And then just take a walk to the top of the mat. One foot in front of the other. Really mindful. Kind of tiptoe your way to the top. You can bring the big toes together to touch. Let's take a halfway lift. Inhale. Hands might slide at the shin. You could be on the tips of the fingers. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, ground the feet, reach up, palms touch overhead. And exhale, bring the hands down to the heart center. And feeling into Tadasana. You're rooting as you equally lift, but feel into an equal softness here, so you're not gripping or tensing too hard. Let's take an inhale, arms reach out and up, palms touch. Exhale to fold. Let's take a halfway lift here. That length through the spine. Exhale, fold. Let's step the left foot back. Deliver the knee down. Low crescent lunge. Inhale, the arms reach up. And sink the hips, but I want you to feel the right heel drag towards the left knee. So you get really active here in the lower body. The tail lengthens down. So take an exhale, twist to the right. Reach the left arm forward. Inhale, come back through center. Cactus the arms. Exhale, draw the elbows down. We've been here before. Inhale, reach up. Hands to the mat. Three-legged dog. Send the right leg through, up and back. And then peel open the hip so you can roll the right hip on top of the left, but I want you to pull that right shoulder back in line with the left. Good. Again, hug in the ribs. Maybe right knee lifts a little higher. And then straighten the right leg. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow. Cross it under the body. You'll take it back, 3-point dog. Straighten the leg. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Maybe a little higher if you can. Let's take it back, 3-point. Knee to the nose, exhale. Step in between your hands really lightly. Come onto the tips of the fingers. And puff out the chest here. Broaden the collarbones. Let's take it back to a wide pyramid so your left heel might stay lifted. Let's pulse forward, inhale. Your left thigh really tight. Let's take it back, pyramid. You could peel the ball of the right foot away from the mat perhaps. One more time, inhale, pulse forward. Let's take it back, pyramid. Good, hold. I want you to draw the right hip crease back just a touch more. And let's bend into the left knee. Good. Okay, just one more breath here. We're going to launch forward. We're bringing left knee towards the right, perch pose. You're going to drop the head. And maybe bringing one or both hands to the right ankle if you want to challenge your balance further. And then step the feet together. It's chair pose. Inhale, the arms sweep forward and up. And sink deep into a seat. I want you to shift the weight of your body back into the heels. And maybe you even lift the toes, spread them out, and then place them down individually. Good, heels lift. We'll take bird drinking water. Exhale, draw the heels down, the arms sweep up and overhead. Lift the sit bones. Let's come back to that chair pose balance. Inhale. Good, squeeze the inner thighs together. Good, just one more time. Exhale, heels down, lift the hips high. Come back to your balance. And keep the legs really tight. Inhale all the way to standing. Heels stay lifted like a little ballerina. And maybe hands to heart center. You need more stability here. And let's fold all the way down. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Deliver the knee down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Untitled, your low crescent lunge. Get active in the legs. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Draw the elbows down. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart. Inhale, reach up, hands to the mat. A 3-point dog. Soundlessly, if you can, send your left leg back and then peel open the hip. You draw the left shoulder back just a touch, hugging the ribs. Good. Let's straighten the left leg. Exhale, cross left knee to the right upper arm. Take it back, 3-point dog. Exhale, left knee, right upper arm. Get a little higher if you can. Good, take it back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step lightly in between your hands. Maybe you're on the tips of the fingers. Puff out the heart, your runner's lunge. To pulse the hips back, straighten the left leg. Inhale, forward. Good, take it back. Exhale, maybe the ball of the foot lifts this time. Inhale, forward, just one more time. Take it back. Just a couple of breaths here. You'll draw the left hip crease back a touch. Good. You can bend into your right knee now. You'll launch forward, perch pose. Bring the weight into the left foot. Right knee meets the left. Hug heel into the butt. And maybe it's one or both hands to the ankle here. Nice, Nicky. Let's take it to chair pose. Inhale, feet step together, arms reach up. Sink a little deeper. Let's come up into the balls of the feet and come all the way up through to standing. And let's fold all the way down. Exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. It's arrowhead. Arms sweep back. Feel the belly draw away from your right thigh. And there's a lean forward here, pulling through the crown of the head. And inhale, arms reach up, high crescent lunge. For sure, you can bend into the left knee and drop the tail down. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms reach up. Cactus the arms, exhale. Let's take it straight to arrowhead. Exhale, arms sweep back. We're moving forward into a balance here. So far forward that the left leg lifts effortlessly away from the mat. Roll the left hip down just a touch and then draw in the ribs so your Kind of retracting also through the shoulder blades. Let's slowly step it back for warrior two. Inhale, open up. Reach the arms apart with energy, and the gaze is focused into the horizon. So when the eyes are focused, you have an opportunity to listen in with intent. Let's flip the right palm. Inhale, reach back, reverse, exalt your warrior, and straighten your right leg. Inhale, reach forward. It's triangle pose. Hips slide back, right hand to the shin. Reach the left arm up. Untitled Chapter. Your thighs are tight. Glutes switch on. And maybe you can peel your left side body back. You're lifting the heart to the sky. So another couple of breaths here. Maybe you'd like to reach your left arm up and overhead. If you want more, option to reach the right arm forward also, like you're holding a big beach ball. It's so much fun. Inhale, reach up and overhead, straight to Skandasana. Shift the weight over to the left leg. Maybe it's hands to the mat. You're welcome to also open the arms here. And perhaps even taking a bind, you can roll the left shoulder down to reach behind you. Taking that bind behind the back. Okay, let's shift the weight over to the right leg. For sure you can use the hands kind of like a jungle cat. And the other side, your variation of arms. Your right heel might be lifted, that's okay. And then hands frame the right foot. Take a lunge at the top of the mat, your runner's lunge. Inhale, right arm lift. Find a twist. Okay, lift your left hip a little. Maybe the gaze lift, spiral the heart up and out. Let's take it straight to side plank. You're rolling onto the blade edge of your left foot. Drag the right leg back. Yeah, nice. Now we're going to raise the right leg if you want to come with me, or for sure you can modify. Maybe you're stepping the right foot in front. Here we're drawing right elbow to the right knee. Good, squeeze it in and then open back up. Inhale. Twice more like this. Exhale. Inhale. Good. This time as you squeeze it in, we step forward. Right foot to the top of the mat. Let's take it back to a 3-point dog. Raise the right leg. Peel open the hip. Perhaps a wild thing here if you have space. Right foot down. Good. Inhale to lift the hips, lift the heart. And come back through your 3-point dog. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step in between the hands. Come back to our pyramid shape. Just straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. It's perch pose, drawing left knee to the right. This time we're going to take a little curtsy. So you're extending your left leg behind you. Maybe the foot hovers or it could meet the mat. And the arms take this curtsy shape as well. Good. Draw the left knee to the chest. Inhale all the way up to standing. Good. Feel the pull through the crown of the head. Good. Let's take figure 4. Left ankle to the right thigh. Good. Get really active through the foot. That's going to help to protect the knee joint. Your forearms could rest on the shin. Keep the gaze just in front of the mat. You might like to stay here, or you could take a bind. A little bit tricky, but kind of like our Skandasana, dropping the left shoulder forward to take that half bind behind the back. Maybe a full bind, and you can bring it all the way up to standing. We got another 3 breaths. Okay, let's come back through our figure 4. If you wobble, no worries, just come right back in. And then inhale, lift up and out to release. You might just want to roll out the ankles, lots of bouncing on that one leg. And bring it back to neutral. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach overhead, out and up. And exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. It's your arrowhead. Arms sweep back. You really ground through the left foot here. Inhale, high crescent lunge, bend the right knee. Good, take your twist, squeeze on the right glute. Stability in the lower body. Inhale, come back through center. Good, draw the elbows down. Inhale, lift the heart. Go back through arrowhead. Exhale. The right thigh is really tight. And start to move forward. Take your balance. A little retraction of the shoulder blades. Roll under the right hip. And slowly step it back. Right foot meets the earth. Warrior two. Inhale, open up. You're going to take a moment here to arrive. You feel the right outer edge of the foot plant down. Inner arch lifts up. Yeah, that's it. And just soften the ribs. Relax the shoulder. Let's put the left palm up. Inhale, reach overhead, reverse. And straighten the left leg for triangle. Inhale, reach forward. Hips slide back. Beautiful. Your left hand can meet the shin, or for sure be down on the inside edge of the front foot. Get really active through the legs here, and that lift of the heart up and out. Maybe just a lean back of the chest as well. So you're really feeling that expansiveness here. And another couple of breaths. And perhaps reaching the right arm up and overhead. You know you want to, Nicky. Maybe it's the left arm reaching forward. And inhale, lift all the way up and out. Skandasana. Shift the weight over to the right leg. Maybe it's hands down. Can you peel the left toes back towards the face? And maybe it's your bind here. And switching sides like a jungle cat. Stay low. Maybe using the hands. And your choice of arms. Keep the breath flowing. And hands frame the left foot. Take your runner's lunge. And inhale to twist. Left arm reaches up. Lift that right hip just a little. And then spiral from your upper back. Go find more. Let's take it to side plank. Roll onto the blade edge of the right foot. Left leg drags back. Again, feel free to modify here. Maybe the left leg lifts. Let's draw left elbow to the knee. Squeeze it into the side body and inhale, extend. You can reach the left arm overhead. Twice more. Just one more time to step forward. Left foot beside the right hand. It's a 3-point dog. Send your left leg back. Peel open the hip. An optional wild thing. And make it smooth like butter. Back through your 3-point dog. It's knee to the nose. Step in between the hands. Straight to our pyramid. We've been here before. You can start to bend into the right knee. Let's take perch pose. Draw right knee to the left. Shift the weight forward into the left foot. And maybe you're staying here, taking this kind of curtsy lunge. Extending the right leg back. Arms reach out. And inhale, right knee to the chest. It's a lot. You can do it. Go refocus the eyes. Let's take figure 4. Right ankle, left thigh. Good option to stay here. Maybe you're taking this bind if you want more. It's a tricky one. You're binding around the right shin to lift. And for sure you can modify if you need, maybe even just grabbing a hold of the knee or the shin. And let's move back through figure 4. And releasing to your mountain pose. You can roll out the shoulders if you need. Roll out the ankles, reset. And maybe you're just closing down the eyes here a moment to tune back in to that sense of deep listening. and what's happening with the body, with the breath right now, with the steadiness of the mind. Give yourself a moment to reset. And inhale, reach the arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back or lightly float through chaturanga perhaps. And then inhale to lift. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Your child is there if you need to rest. Let's take an inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to the left upper arm. It's full in triangles. Spin the left foot flat, thread the right leg through. You're reaching skyward. If it's in your practice, you could catch a hold of the outer edge of the right foot and kick out through the leg. Let's take it back through a 3-point dog. Exhale, right knee to the right upper arm. Let's take it back, 3-point dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, step in between the hands, standing splits. You can bend the left knee to launch forward. Maybe it's one or both hands to the right ankle. For a variation here, you could bend into your left knee, right hand catches a hold of the tail. And maybe it's left hand to the right ankle. And one more deep breath in. And then exhale, fold, let it go. And just separate the feet here, tracking them underneath the hip bones. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. And you can bend into the left knee, peel open the chest. You can take a half bind behind your back. Maybe it's a full bind here. Threading the left arm in between the thigh. Maybe you're going for a bird of paradise, another balancing shape. Good, inhale to lift. Perhaps you're extending the left leg. Another 3 breaths to gently release. Let's bring the feet together, take a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, high plank or float, chaturanga. You're moving through your variation of a vinyasa. Meeting back, downward dog. Let's take an inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, left knee to the right upper arm. For fallen triangle, back foot spins flat to thread the left leg through. And maybe you're taking it a little further, bending the left knee to take a hold of the outer edge of the left foot. And let's take it back to our 3-point dog. Exhale, left knee, left upper arm. And shoot it back, 3-point dog. Exhale, knee to the nose. Lightly step in between the hands, straight to standing splits. And bend to lift. And maybe you're catching a hold of your tail with the left hand. Right hand to the left ankle perhaps. And one more deep breath in. Exhale to fold, let it go. Your feet track underneath the hip bones. You can soften the knees here, relax the neck. Inhale, reach the left arm up. You can take that twist. Either half or full bind. You can take the gaze down to the mat if you're moving into this balance. So you pour the weight into the left foot. You're guiding the eyes out and into the horizon as you lift. You feel the pull through the crown of the head. A cherry on the cake is the right leg extending. And then let's slowly, very mindfully, make your way back down. Release. Take a moment here in ragdoll. Catch a hold of either elbow. Maybe you'd like to interlace the hands behind the back, whatever feels good. Perhaps a little sway here from side to side. And letting any tension just kind of melt and drip out of the crown of the head. Let's release the hands. Heel to the feet even wider. So you're coming into a Malasana squat. Heels turn in, the toes turn out. And bring the hands together, perhaps here at the heart center. And maybe using the upper arms and the elbows just to gently guide the thighs away from the midline. Your heels might be lifted, that's okay. But you can also think about lifting the inner arches of the feet up. And maybe the eyes close down here. And a moment to steady the breath, steady the mind. And for sure you can use the hands here. We're going to take a seat. You might even like to reach the arms forward here, gracefully roll back, and then extend the legs. And coming into boat pose. And maybe the hands are here for more support. If you want more, you can straighten the legs. Draw navel to the spine. Exhale, let's lower down into a canoe, low boat. Heels lifted, shoulders lifted, breath is flowing. And exhale, knees to the chest. And then let's just extend the legs. And take a little shuffle back. And maybe you shake out the legs here. You can even move the sit bones back slightly. Let's draw the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. And come into Janu Shishasana. And inhale, reach the arms up. Go tall through the spine. And exhale to fold. I like to take a breath here, kind of a little halfway lift. And inhale to extend the spine. And exhale to bow in with some more depth. Option to stay here, it doesn't matter where the hands are. Or you can come into a little twist and be left hand to blade edge of right foot and then thread the right arm underneath the left. You're kind of spiraling the body underneath the arms, the lift of the chest, the peel back of the left side body. And keep the breath smooth. Beginning to slow things down a touch now. If you're in the twist, making your way back through center. And take an inhale to unravel the spine. And we're going to fold the right leg underneath the left and bring the left leg on top. You might be here in double pigeon or square pose, and you can kind of just send the feet underneath the knees. If you do have any props here to support the body, you're welcome to take a seat on a block or book. Maybe you have something in front of you to begin to bow forward. If you'd like more, you're going to take it deeper into the outer hips. You can place a prop underneath the forehead, and whatever feels appropriate. As we start to slow down, we give ourselves more space to listen. We're tuning into the feedback of the body, the feedback of your breath, which can say a lot about our current physical and mental state. How could you perhaps find a greater sense of ease here? We'll take another 5 breaths. And then start to slowly unravel. And you can use the hands to release the legs. It might not be super responsive. Give them a little shake if you need. wriggle out as we move into the other side. Janu Shishasana. So the right foot slides in. Let's take an inhale to find space and an exhale to fold. And maybe that breath just to reset and find a little more option to take your twist, threading the left arm underneath the right, and spiraling the heart towards the sky. If you listen in and something doesn't quite feel right, it's probably not. But just leaning into that sense of kindness and compassion towards yourself. If you're in the twist, just starting to make your way back through center. And then unraveling the spine. We'll come into the other side of our double pigeon or our square pose. So you can send the left leg over the right. Sorry, it's the right leg over the left on this side. Or you're kind of nestling the feet underneath the knees. So you can get active in the feet. It's going to help to protect the knee joint. Bowing in if that feels right. And let's take another 5 breaths here. Whenever you're ready, you start to edge out. Releasing the legs, adjust as you need. And we'll take a forward fold, and you can shift the sit bones back. Let's inhale to reach the arms up, and exhale into Paschimottanasana. And inhale to find a little more space, and an exhale there's a softening, releasing of potential tension, tightness. You can switch the thighs on. You might find there's a little more room in the back of the legs here. And kind of give the weight of your body to the earth. And releasing as we make our descent towards Shavasana. Just taking another 2 generous breaths here. And begin to unravel the spine. Coming up into a seat. And then you can bend the knees and shift the hips forward. Reach the arms out in front of you. And take an inhale to grow tall. And exhale, begin to very slowly roll down the spine. You can turn on the abdominals for control. So taking 1 vertebra at a time onto the mat. And you might like to hug the knees to the chest or just simply slide the legs long and head straight to Shavasana. Or finishing your practice in a way that's appropriate for you. That might be a twist, perhaps an inversion, or anything else that calls you. When we drop into that space of deep listening, it's a way in which we can gain access to a greater understanding of how we show up. And how we can show up to better support ourselves. You can stay here in Shavasana for as long as you need. And I'm going to leave you here by just simply saying Namaste.